What's up, everybody? This is Danny Mathematics here with another example to explore. And today, guys, I want to go over example 5 and example 6 of how to solve inequalities that have variables on both sides, okay? How to solve inequalities that have variables on both sides. So in this particular video, guys, we're going to solve example 5 and example 6. And in the next video, I'm going to solve example 7 and example 8, just to not make the videos too long, okay? Give me 1 second. Let me get my chair. All right, I'm ready. All right, so guys, it's still the same steps as we've been doing, right? Same steps as before. And I also have the steps up here, guys. So either you could speed up the video if you like for me to go fast, or you can slow it down. But once again, the steps are right here, guys, for you to utilize so you can solve these problems and master this strategy, all right? So in this particular problem, guys, we have example 5. We have 3v, right? 3v, which is v can also be an unknown variable, right? An unknown value. It don't always have to be x. It could be other letters that act as unknown values, right? Which are called variables. We have 3v plus 6 is less than or equal to. I want to put that, guys. I want to put that so we can understand what this inequality sign means and understand what we have, all right? So because, and I always look at the inequality sign, right? I look at it as like a Pac-Man mouth, right? So because Pac-Man mouth or the inequality sign is facing away from here, it's saying that this side is less than this side, okay? Or equal to, less than or equal to, right? Because you see that little part equal sign? So it's either, so this value, this side over here, the value of this side can either be less than this side or equal to this side, okay? It can either be less than this side or equal to this side, all right? So we're gonna figure that out, guys. We're gonna figure that out. Now, let's go ahead and start the process, guys. Remember, guys, the first step is to draw the line going through the equal sign or the inequality sign. We're dealing with inequality, so it's an inequality, but it's the same thing with equations. All right, we're gonna draw a line going through the inequality sign. Let me just stop about right there, okay? We drew that line, and then now what we're gonna do is, guys, we're gonna combine like terms on both sides. We're gonna combine like terms on both sides, all right? I cannot combine 3v with 6, right? But I can combine on this side 7v and negative 6v, which is 7v minus 6v, all right? 7v minus 6v is just 1v, or v. So I'm gonna rewrite this again. So now, guys, I have 3v, right, plus 6, right, is less than or equal to 8 plus 1v, right, or v. I'm gonna put a 1 so we know what that means, right? 1v, all right? Or you could just put v, all right? So once again, 7v minus 6v equals that 1v, so I have 8 plus 1v on the right side. Now, guys, the second step is I want to label each value, right? So I always put CV, guys, represents the coefficient and the variable that are in a operational relationship with one another. So I always put a heart because it's the coefficient times the variable. They're in operation, or in other words, they're in a relationship with one another. So I always put a heart. The numbers that are not attached to a variable, I just put an S, meaning single, okay? So the coefficient of 3 is being multiplied by the variable of v, so I'm going to put a heart because that's an operation or a relationship. 6 is just by itself, so I'm going to put an S for single, right? 8 is by itself, I'm going to put an S for single. And then 1 is being multiplied with v, and that's an operation, so I'm going to put a heart, okay? I'm going to put a heart. So now, what I'm going to do is, guys, now I'm going to pick what side is going to be the relationship side and what side is going to be the single side, right? The side that I always pick as the relationship side is the side where the variable is in operation with the higher coefficient. 3 is greater than 1, so I'm going to label this side as the relationship side. But it doesn't matter, guys. You can label the other side as the relationship side. Just know that you're going to be dealing with a lot of negative numbers, okay? Where you're going to have to flip the sign. This is a great way where you don't have to deal with negative numbers as much. So I'm going to put the heart on this side, all right? And I'm going to put the big S on this side. So you can see. So now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the next step, right? We already labeled the values, we labeled the sides. The next step, guys, is to move the values on their correct side. All right, so all we got to do, guys, is just match the symbols. If the symbols match, right, the value stays. If the symbol does not match, I need to move the value to the opposite side, or the appropriate side, okay? So I'm going to draw a line right here because now I'm about to be in operations. All right, 3 is in a relationship with V, and it's on the relationship side, so it stays. 6 is a single, and it's on the relationship side. It needs to move to the single side. So the inverse, or the opposite of saying plus 6, is minus 6. It's minus 6. And I can only subtract 6 from a like term, which is 8. 8 is a like term. So minus 6, a positive 6 and a negative 6 crosses out. So I'm good. Okay, I know that 8 stays because that's what I'm subtracting from. But 1 times V is in a relationship, but it's on the single side. The opposite of saying positive 1V or plus 1V is minus 1V. Okay, minus 1V. And I have to subtract that from 3V on the opposite side, right? 1V minus 1V cancels out. All right, so now, guys, I just have these two simple operations. 3V minus 1V and 8 minus 6, all right? So I still have this inequality sign in the middle. So 3V minus 1V is 2V. All right, and then 8 minus 6 is 2. Okay, and then the last step, guys, is to break up the coefficient away from the variable. The operation that represents breaking up is dividing, okay? So we're gonna divide 2 away from V, right? And we're gonna have to divide 2 from 2 on the opposite side as well. So we're gonna divide the coefficient away from the variable, the unknown value, so we can get the value or the potential values of the unknown value, okay? So V, the potential values of V to make all of this be true is V is either less than or equal to 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay? So the value of V to make all of this true is either less than or equal to 1. So let me just go down the list, guys. The potential values V could be. V could be 1, or it could be any value that's less than 1. So V could be 0, it could be -1, -2, right? So forth and so on, and any number that's negative, or any number that's below 1. Okay, so it can be either 1 or any number that's below 1. I'm just gonna put -100 just to just show you that it can be any number that's less than, okay? So these are all of the potential values V could be in order to make this whole inequality statement true, okay? V could be any number that's less than or equal to 1. So it could actually be 1 or any number that's less than 1.